Hey guys, this is Rishi Chulani from The Dark Knot, and today I would like to talk to you about matching pocket square fabrics to your ties, suits, and shirts. Now, pocket squares come in a range of fabrics, which provides for a lot of versatility when you're dressing up, but there are three considerations to look for when you are choosing your pocket square fabrics. Now, the first thing you want to consider is the type of fold you're going for. So, are you going to go for a puff fold like this, or a pointed or square fold, which, you know, cotton and linen pocket squares are better suited for? The second thing you want to take into consideration is the texture and the rest of your ensemble. So for example, right now this tie is a wool silk blend tie from The Dark Knot, and I have a silk pocket square on. So you get that nice textural variation. This is a sort of a subdued, it's an elegant but subdued tie look with this wool silk blend tie. And you have the sheen from this silk pocket square that's going to match that really well. Goes against the cotton shirt and the fine woolen suit. And the third thing you want to take into consideration is the time of year. Now, with pocket squares, that doesn't matter as much because it's not something you are directly wearing on your body, it's an accessory, but there are considerations that come into play as well. So I'll just go through three main pocket square fabric materials that are out there in the marketplace, and how each of these considerations are going to be applied to the different materials. So firstly, the first one with the silk pocket square, in terms of fold, silk pocket squares are great for puff folds, or what you call a reverse puff fold, where you have the edges sticking out of the back, because silk just drapes really well, and so it's better to bunch it up and put it into a puff fold and try and fold it into, say, a square fold or a 2 or a 3-point pocket square fold, which I can go into in later videos, because those folds require more rigid fabrics such as cotton and linen. Now, secondly, in terms of matching your pocket square fabric to the rest of your ensemble, that again depends on what you're going to be wearing. Like I said, here I'm wearing a wool silk blend tie. The silk pocket square goes really well with it. I could wear a silk pocket square with a silk tie and it would still look classy. But, you know, it would be nice to match that with maybe, you know, like a linen pocket square, for example. So here you can see I have this floral linen pocket square that would go really well with this wool silk tie, and this would also go really well with the silk tie in general. Now the second thing, the second pocket square fabric we can look at is cotton. Now cotton is somewhere between silk and linen, all right? Silk, it drapes better, it's better to bunch it up, it's got that sheen. Linen is better for like square folds like the one I just showed you, or a 2 or a 3-point fold. Cotton goes somewhere in between. You can, you know, either wear it like a puff fold, or you could, you know, fold it into a square fold or a 2 or a 3-point fold. In terms of how it matches your attire, cotton's going to be a great offset for silk. You could also wear it with a linen tie. And in terms of seasonality, all right, you could, because this is a pocket square, it's not really going to matter in terms of how insulating of a fabric it is, because you're not wearing it directly on your body. But it would look great in the summer months when you may be wearing a linen tie or a silk tie to a wedding and you have a nice cotton pocket square to provide that perfect balance. But alternatively, you could wear a cotton square, you know, during the winter months if you're doing it against a silk tie or a woolen tie. So it really depends how you want to play it. Again, it would look really great in the summer, but provided that you have that balance with the rest of your outfit, you could, you know, wear a cotton pocket square during the winter months as well. So this is an example of a cotton square, all right? It's got less sheen than, you know, a silk square does, but it is slightly more rigid, and so you could do different variations of folds with it, whether it's a 2 or a 3-point or a square fold. Now, the last pocket square I'd like to talk about, and that's growing in popularity in the marketplace, is a linen square. Now, a linen square, like I said, is great for a 2 or a 3-point, or is great for a 2 or a 3-point or a square fold like this, because the edges are more rigid, all right? So you're gonna get nicer pointed folds because the edges are rigid, whereas with a silk square, because the silk is so soft, the edges are just going to sort of flap over, which is why they're great for a puff fold. But if you're looking for something with pointed folds that's going to give you a more crisp finish, I wouldn't say necessarily more elegant, but a more crisp finish, then I would go with the linen square. Now, in terms of matching your linen pocket square to what's in the rest of your ensemble. Linen can go really well again with the silk tie, with the woolen tie. It can even go well with the cotton tie, but it provide more variation against a silk or a wool. And in terms of seasonal considerations, again, linen is great for spring and summer months. It's going to give off that nice summer spring vibe, especially because a lot of linen squares come in lighter colors like this light blue floral pattern pocket square. But again, if you are providing that balance, you could have a linen square with a woolen or a silk tie in the winter months and you'd still have a really refined, sophisticated look. So just to recap, when you are looking at what pocket square fabric to buy, you want to consider the type of folds you like to wear, how it's going to match with other fabrics in your ensemble, and what your seasonal considerations are. And like I've said in my introduction to pocket square videos, with a silk pocket square, you generally want to go for a larger pocket square. So if you're looking at pocket squares in the market, you want to look at something that's 16, 17, 18 square inches for a silk pocket square, because once you bunch it up and put it in your pocket, the size of the pocket square gets reduced substantially. It might look really big, so I'll show you an example here, right? This silk pocket square, look, it's covering my face, it's massive, but this is 17 square inches, but the second it's draped up, bunched up, right, into a reverse cuff fold, it reduces in size substantially. Now, if it was a smaller pocket square, by the time the evening rolls around and, you know, we're a few drinks in, or I'm at a cocktail party, or even an important business meeting, you're gonna see the pocket square start to fall into the pocket. And the last thing you wanna do is be worried about something stupid like that where you're trying to pull the pocket square back up. Now with the linen square, right, you have this floral linen pocket square here. Once it's folded, because you're not bunching it up, it's not going to reduce in size as much as a silk pocket square. So you can afford to start with a slightly smaller pocket square, like 15 square inches or 14 square inches. So you will see, again, in the marketplace, a lot of linen pocket squares are like 13, 14 square inches. Ours are 15 square inches of the dark knot, because we understand what the optimal size is based on the kind of folds that different people opt for. Sorry, it's just sticking out a bit here. I'm just trying to wear it while I was creating this video. So again, those are the considerations you should take into account. I hope you found this video useful. Please feel free to subscribe below this video to continue to get useful style advice from the Dark Knot based on the style journey I've had with this brand and blog for about 3 to 4 years. Our website features an extensive range of silk ties, pocket squares, and lapel flowers, which I'll provide a link to below the video, www.thedarkknot.com. We also have an extensive men's style blog where I've personally written over 150 formal wear style articles, in addition to having written a very extensive necktie guide. You can also sign up on our website to get future style blog articles and discounted product offerings from the Dark Knot. So thank you once again for having taken the time out to watch this video, and I look forward to speaking to you in the next video. Thank you.